Welcome to the Paul Chandler Show, everyone. I'm your host, Paul Chandler. In tonight's episode, we're going to be covering free stuff, because who doesn't love free stuff? That's one thing that no matter what organization that you're with medical coding, you have to earn CEUs, the continuing education units. So tonight, we'll be covering continuing education units and how you can get a handful of free ones, and we'll also be covering some special news that happens, give you a clue, every single year, but this year is going to be a little bit different as we go into 2021. So stay tuned, and when we come back, we'll be covering how you can get free CEUs and also learn about some new changes that we'll be having in medical coding. Welcome back, everyone. So in tonight's episode of the Paul Chandler Show, we're going to be discussing how you can get free stuff. And by that free stuff, I mean free AAPC CEUs. So when I founded Ohana Coding back on May 31st, 2012, part of the reason why I founded Ohana was to be able to provide high-quality medical coding education and either at low or no cost. So speaking of the no cost, I'm happy to announce that throughout the month of November, we're going to be offering 3 AAPC CEU earned webinars. There'll be one webinar for 1 hour, so 3 webinars in total. The first webinar is going to be on the CPT and HIPAA updates for 2021. We'll be covering new codes, revised codes, and deleted codes for both CPT and HIPAA in one webinar. The second webinar is going to be on the ICD-10-CM coding updates for 2021, again covering new codes, revised codes, and deleted codes. And then the third topic that we're going to have on our webinars are going to be the E&M changes that are coming up effective January 1st, 2021. So the last time that we had major changes in E&M, it was back on January 1st, 1997. You may be familiar with the phrase 1995 guidelines and the 1997 guidelines, and we have both of them. So for the first time in 24 years, in just about 2 months, we're having the first updates to E&M coding, and during that time in 24 years. So think about it. Last time we had changes back on January 1st, 1997, I was a junior in high school. That was my junior year. And if you look at my gray beard and my salt and pepper hair, that was not just a couple of years ago that I was a junior in high school. I was thinking about way back in 1997, how were your iPhones back then? Or what type of cell phone you prefer? How was your high-speed Wi-Fi internet? Yeah, we had AOL dial-up. You remember that? How archaic that was? That was going on the last time that we had changes in E&M. So that'll be the topic of our third webinar. With the E&M changes, we'll have a brief review on how the E&M coding is done now, as far as the guidelines. Then more information on the 2021 updates for those guidelines. And then finally, we'll be comparing the 2020, what we have currently for the guidelines, and the new 2021. Well, we have the same case studies, but be comparing them how we would code them today in 2020, and then also next year in 2021. So provided that if you're like me, if you hopefully think we will finally get through the year 2020, those new changes are just right around the corner. So I encourage you to visit ohanacoding.com, that's OHANACODING.com. I can also see a link to that website on our description here on YouTube, and register for the free webinars. So with that, again, they'll be airing several times a day, Monday through Friday, including some weekends as well, throughout the month of November. It's 1 hour of your time, and you do need to attend live. And then at the end of that 1 hour, then after that, soon after, you'll be emailed your CEU certificate from the AAPC. So not only will you learn the necessary information for the CPT and HIPAA coding updates, the ICD-10-CM coding updates, but also those also important E&M changes that are finally coming around the corner, those updates as well, and earn a free CEU. So you can attend only one webinar each time, so you can only earn 1 CEU for each of the 3 individual webinars, but you can earn up to 3 CEUs for free at no cost from Ohana Coding in learning the CPT and HIPAA, ICD-10-CM, and the E&M Changes webinars. Again, so go visit ohanacoding.com where you can learn how to register for those 3 free webinars, get that high quality education, and get the free CEUs as well. And thank you for watching this episode of the Paul Chandler Show, and have an awesome rest of your day.